What up, anime fans? I am back on another video. Your episode 4 of Dandadan Season 2. This season is doing well. And I suspect it will go up to the Kaiju arc, like I've been saying prior. As you see a specific character from that arc in the opening. And no appearance of a different character that appears later in the arc. So yeah. Updates to the last one. I got a few more volumes now with Dandadan. And I got volumes 7 through 10. So I think it goes up to half of the Kaiju, half the big arc, which I assume will be most of season 3. Despite sheer length and stuff. It's one of Dandadan's longest story arcs. The first long story arc Dandadan's ever done. Usually Dandadan's arcs are not really that long, around 8 to 15 chapters, depending on the story. I know. Yeah, fascinating thing like. The other stuff, I guess the often want to get all the characters out of the way, or specific characters or something out of the way before putting in a big story arc. But currently the manga's on a new arc. Don't know how long that's gonna be. It'll be like shorter like the old ones, or it's gonna be another long one. Who knows? But the manga isn't slowing down, it's still ongoing. No news of a final arc yet. News about Sakamoto's. That's coming into its final battle pretty soon. Yeah, that means the manga will be ending in a couple of weeks. Real shame. Real sad to see that go. But that'd be good. You notice that lately, when manga get anime adaptations, this manga always come when during the first or second seasons. The manga usually comes to an end by then. Which I don't think is a bad idea. It works, allows them to actually allows them to eventually catch up and stuff. So I'm not collecting more manga though, but Jesus Christ, look at it. Look at a fucking shelf. Look at a fucking room. I have no space. I'm gonna move stuff about just to put more fucking space. Anyway, this episode ends the battle portion of the arc, and the next episode will officially wrap up the arc. Because a common thing you see at the end of every arc, the sushi party. This is a common thing you start to see. And with the end of each arc, you see the cast growing. That's the story. The first sushi party is just focused on 3 characters. Now, compared to the most recent one, there are a lot more characters now. Oh, yeah, but next episode is definitely going to have that gag. I've been teasing this for a while now, since the season started airing. And for reasons. So, again, when it comes up, I will mention it, because it's a nice little reference to another popular manga series. Anyway, about today, let's get into this video. So the episode continues where we left off. With a volcano erupting, people evacuating the city. Kito family blaming Momo for all this, but Momo, non-idiot, ends up thinking about the legend. But earthworms are weak against sunlight and stuff. So why would there be a legend of that? Why would it stop volcano? That doesn't make any sense. But she ends up realizing that It's actually the fountain that's the clue. So she runs off, the family chasing after her. Planning to make her next sacrifice. I mean, Momo attaches its butt to the bathhouse, the bathhouse is up from pretty much early on in the arc. Definitely be watching Dandadan back to back. In English dub format though. I want to see the dub cast more. I want to experience the dub cast. Also, I'm planning to virtually watch or Kaguya dubbed. I tried it before, but I don't know. The dub doesn't grab my attention much as the Japanese version. And I don't hate dubs. I love the One Piece English dub brought by Funimation that used to exist. Funimation, I mean, the dub's still ongoing. It's in cast and stuff. So it's one of the great dubs with a good casting, since Oda actually was involved in the casting of the English dub. You got to pick two boys too, and that made the count. I think that really worked because Funimation could not screw that one up. If you want to know more, look up History of One Piece in USA or United States, whatever. I mean, Momo is using this worm to put out the fire with slime. Was the Kito family, and Momo's in the same show, but then she's rescued by that same priest who must be a VTuber. Makes a return here. A sec. Alright, I just checked out the face's name. I'm not telling you it yet. But I just just checked to see if I can remember. Anyway, he ends up revealing himself to be Seiko's apprentice. As well as Seiko basically asked him to help out Momo and the others. But she didn't even. She just says 3 kids are coming his way. And didn't bother giving me any detail. I didn't give any detailed descriptions. Yeah, a lot of this could have been. Some of this stuff could have been resolved earlier. If it wasn't for Seiko. Maybe. So he's a skilled martial artist. And since I find out the Kito family, my Momo continues put out the fire. Well, that part gets interrupted when Evil Eye makes his presence known. Somehow, he must have woken up after sometime after Okurin beat him. And got out on his own. Now he's causing havoc. Looking most of the Kito family out, leaving the head left. And when the 3 have forced to work together, but Evil Eye is too tough. And Momo doesn't want to make Gigi a murderer. That's the whole point of working together, to stop him. That's way too tough. enormous energy is running out. Seems to be using their powers a lot today. Okay, who comes in the win? Seiko, along with Taro and Mantis-san. Mantis-san. Yeah, Mantis-san. That's what they call him or so. Basically, they... Nice. So, the priest who's named Manjiro is doing a chant of Seiko on one side, Mantis-san battling Evil Eye. All of the trap ranks alone help from Taro. And Evil Eye ends up being sealed inside of him for now. That stops that part. So, Momo and Mantis-san are gone. In terms of Mo's going to try and rescue Okuron. When they find the hole, it's covered with lava. It's not good. Okuron could be dead. But Momo refuses to give up. She tries to use Gurna and stuff. Okay, Mantis-san's son. Oops. Yeah, I told you back in season 1, I think, that this character will make a return. See, this character made his first appearance in the manga during the Super arc. But in the manga, he looked totally different compared to his appearance in the Cursed House arc. So most likely, he looked in the manga. When he debuted, he looked more like his dad, but he was redesigned to look more different, more cuter or something. I don't know. When he become the series mascot, that could happen actually. Chopper's the mascot of One Piece. Anyway, Mantis-san's son help us out by using the UFO's kryptonite to move the lava and using put lava up the spear and using the worm slime to petrify it and stuff. Even with the heat, Momo breaks open, rescuing Okuron and Turbo Granny. As Okuron says, he always knew, he believed that Momo would save him, and she did. Children are trusting each other. You really love these characters. Danganronpa's one of the best Jump Plus manga I've ever seen. So amazing. Yukinobu Tatsu does a good job with these characters. And the theme designers have managed to elevate them too, with their gorgeous animation. Thumbs up. I'm so glad I got into the manga last year. I mentioned this many times before, but last year I actually got into the manga way early on. Like months earlier. It ended for me in October, and I started reading manga months in advance. I just wasn't initially planning to read it until around the time the anime premiered. But I just gave it a read anyway, and I'm glad I did. Turbo Granny Arc Skirts. I didn't return to the series until while the anime was airing. During the Turbo Granny arc. So around episodes 1 to 4. And the wife from all saying she actually forgot about Turbo Granny. Yeah. She totally forgot. That makes sense. It's funny. I try to get one too. There's this stickiness. The reason Okuron and Turbo Granny are alive is because of the slide, upward slide, and kind of protected them. It blocked the lava from coming through, so allowed them to survive. And due to the stickiness in the ground, of the slime and stuff, Okuron accidentally falls onto Momo. Of course, he goes back to my apologize, but Momo's are hugging him back. Because she's the one who should apologise. As Obi-Wan's apologising for not taking care of him. Goodbye. Oh. She promised she'll save him. And she didn't. So. And that's how the episode ends. On that great moment. Again, it makes this is one of my favourite episodes, at least with this scene between the two characters. They're growing. Sorry, get to here. They're growing as characters. You really see them. I even see how Obi-Wan's got a little more muscles now. Like compared to him being shirtless back in episode 1 into episode 1 to him being shirtless here. You see he's got a bit more muscle on him now. Oh, that training did pay off. And I'm looking forward to episode 5 this weekend, this Thursday, which concludes the arc and starts the second part of probably the second half of the episode will start the Evil Eye arc. So most likely the start of the next episode will be all about the sushi party. And the big twist of the Keto family will happen before the basically before the commercial break, in a way. So basically around the end of the first half of the episode. That's just how I'm guessing. But I don't know until we actually see the episode in 2 days, so. Is it 2 days? It's Monday, or was it Tuesday? I guess what you enjoy my content, please don't up. I want to see more subscribe channel, like, share, bell, date, always going to be job. And so guys, I was Sakamoto Days. Kill Phoenix out.